Hey, what's up, everybody? I am back and I am live. I am Jay Hollingshed, your high performance mindset coach and public speaker. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Today is day 130 of 365. And well, today is episode 130 of 365, and this is my 7 Pillars of Mental Performance series. Today is Wednesday, the 4th day of the week, and on the 4th day of the week, we always discuss pillar number 4 of 7, which is goal setting. Goal setting. My brother has already been asked to be tagged in the video, so thank you for tuning in already, AJ. I appreciate you and love you for that, man. So those of you that want to see this video in its entirety, feel free to tune into my my YouTube page. My YouTube page has all of my videos backlogged and ready for your viewing pleasure. June Joyner, thank you so much for tuning in, Mama June. I appreciate you. God bless you. Now, we're going to jump right into day 130, which is goal setting. Now, today I was looking at a YouTube video. It was actually a TED Talk. A TED Talk that was done by Tim Ferriss. A lot of you may know who he is, but I was looking at a TED Talk done by Tim Ferriss, and I couldn't help but tie in some of the goal setting information with some of the information that he was putting out. So this evening, real quick, I'm going to take a page from Tim Ferriss's book. Not Tim Ferriss's book. I'm going to take a page from his talk and tie that into goal setting, but it's going to be a precursor to your goal setting process. Now, that's pretty much what I'm going to call this, a precursor to your goal setting process. Now, what Tim Ferriss does, he has this thing called, instead of goal setting, he calls it fear setting. Fear, F-E-A-R, like your fears. He calls it fear setting. Now, what we're going to do is take that fear setting strategy and place that in front of the goal setting process. So what you will be doing is, in essence, establishing your fears. You're programming your mind saying that, hey, this could happen. This could happen. This also could happen. So if this should happen, what could I do about it? And while doing that, how can I prevent it from happening? Just in case it does happen, what can I do? Who can I call? Those processes are in place before you start your goal setting process. As many people do, when we start our goal setting process, a lot of people start out and they have their goal in their mind, right? They're visualizing this thing and they go through it from A to Z. Perfect. No hiccups, no brick walls, no obstacles, none of that stuff. And then when they finally hit an obstacle, what happens? Oh, they're broken all into pieces. They can't take it no more. And what do? They quit. So in order to prevent that from happening, you establish your fears ahead of time. It's the same process of thinking of the worst case scenario. What's the worst that can happen? Like if you want to ask, a guy wants to ask somebody out. Okay, what's the worst case scenario? They can say no. And if they say no, so what? You move on to the next. Okay, so you're hitting the worst case scenario. That's the precursor to your goal setting process. Now, first of all, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to define our goal, the goal that we want to reach. What's up, Tanya? Tanya Wynette, how you doing? I appreciate you for tuning in. God bless you, Tanya. The first thing you want to do is establish and define your goal setting process. Your goal, not your process. Establish and define your goal. What is it you want to be? What is it you want to do? What are you trying to reach? Is there a particular milestone? What is it that you are trying to accomplish? You establish that and you define that. Not just here, but you write it down. I always teach in my goal setting workshops, write your goals down. You're making it concrete and you're making it tangible when you do that. So establish your goal and write them down. Now, this is all before starting the goal setting process. So before starting your goal setting process, after you write your goals down, I want you to work through this 3-column worksheet. Now, I'm going to post that 3-column worksheet by Tim Ferriss. I'm going to post that on my Facebook page, in the comments of this broadcast on my Facebook page. Why my Facebook page? Because all the social media platforms that this will be posted on, none of them really allow pictures to be posted. So if you want to get that worksheet, it's going to be posted on my Facebook page, and that is open to the public for your viewing pleasure. Just go to day 130 goal setting, and you will definitely find it in the comments. I will post it there. So you establish your goal, you define your goal, you write it down. What's up, AJ? I see you tuning in, man. Once you do that, those 3 columns in the goals, all right, 3 columns rather, and they are, one column is define, the second column prevent, the third column repair. You really don't have to write these down because I'm going to post them in the comments below after the broadcast. So, but the entire 3-column page or worksheet is called What If I? What If I? Jason Miller, I appreciate you, man, for tuning in. God bless you, brother. So the columns, the worksheet is called What If I? And like I said, the 3 columns are define, prevent, and repair. The thing is, you are going to list, like I said, the problems or the worst case scenarios. We are going to list the fears of your goal. You listed your goal, and before you start your goal setting process, there are certain fears that you will be encountering. You already have in the back of your mind. Get them out of the back of your mind, put them on paper. That's what this worksheet is for. Patrick Steinberg, Superman, what's up, man? Pastor Victor L. Brooks, thank you so much. God bless you. You part of the reason why I'm doing this broadcast today, because you've been an inspiration to me all my life. Thank you. I have to say that. I have to say that. Now, my wife, Lisa, what's up, babe? You tuning in as well. All right. LA, Lenaris Alexander, 85, what's up? Once you write your goal down, and you get your fears of that goal out the back of your head, take them out of the back of your head, and you list those in the define column, okay? And then there's a column right next to that called the prevent column. So what can you do to prevent those fears? The very next column is called the repair column, okay? So like I said, I'm going to post this worksheet in the comments below so you don't have to write this down. All right, Helman Elder Dibbo, what's up? I appreciate you for tuning in. Now, let me give you an example of how this works. Now, let's say you are with the Wright brothers when they are in the process of achieving their goal of inventing the airplane, okay? Now, and if they're using this worksheet called What If I, and this worksheet has the define, prevent, and repair, here's what it would be. Let's say that the Wright brothers have this fear of a wing breaking from the plane tipping left or tipping right, and the wing snaps. Okay, that is a fear. They take that fear out of their head and they write that fear down in the define column. Okay, now the column next to it, you write, that's the prevent column. So what can you do to prevent this fear from happening? You think of an idea or 2 or 3, and you write down what you can do to prevent this from happening. All right, I see you. Who's that? Love Life Richardson. I appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you, and God bless you. So once you write down your fear of, like the Wright brothers, they have, what if the wing breaks on this plane if it tips left or right? Now, right next to it in the prevent column, you write down what can you do to prevent that? And they would probably write, balance the wings out. Have the proper weights on the wings so they'll weigh the same, so they won't be imbalanced and tipping left to right and break. Now, here's the thing. The very next column, column number 3, is repair. What do you write in the repair section? Okay, if it does happen, you tried to prevent it, but if it does happen, what can you do to repair it? And they will probably list in that column, have a mechanic on standby, have a craftsman on standby, somebody with another wing that's already made, ready-made, you can go ahead and assemble it, have that on standby. So that's how that works. The define, prevent, and repair column. And that's from the worksheet called What If I, which I will post in the comments after this broadcast. And it will only be posted, for those that are just tuning in, it will only be posted on my Facebook page because the various social media outlets that this video will be posted on do not allow pictures. Only Facebook allows that. So I'm going to post it there. And my Facebook page, like I said earlier, is open to the public. You can definitely go to episode 130 and you can find it there. So, also, here's how that process works. Just like Nikola Tesla, the great inventor of the Tesla coil, which led to the electric motor that we have today, he actually went through this process, but he went through it in his mind, in his imagery and visualization session. What he did was he imagined everything from beginning to end, from start to finish, from concept to creation. He established all of that in his mind. And in his mind, going through the process, he made the mistakes in his vision, in his mind, and also in his mind when visualizing the creation of the Tesla coil. He actually visualized making the mistake, fixing the mistake, and then taking it on to being created on an assembly line process. After he went through all of that, then he went back and literally or physically went through the process he had in his mind. The mistakes may not have been the same that he thought of in his mind, but at the same time, he was mentally prepared for any hiccups or any mistakes. He wasn't thrown off course, or he didn't have a monkey wrench thrown in his plans because, oh, a mistake. I didn't think of a mistake. So that's what this particular exercise does. The What If I worksheet provided by Tim Ferriss from his TED Talk. And in 3 sections are define, prevent, and repair. So that's all I have for today in my goal setting process. Today's goal setting episode 130 of 365. And this is my 7 pillars of mental performance. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you. God bless you. If you want more information or if you want coaching on how to get through your goal setting process, along with my other 6 pillars of mental performance, reach out to me at speaktojay.com, which is speaktojay.com, or jayhollingshare.com, jayhollingshedd, and both of those are actually posted in the description of this video. So thank you so much. Be well, stay blessed, and as always, through love, be a blessing. God bless.